Okay, can. Okay, so maybe let us start lah. Okay, let us start. So later part I will just I will do our introduction or about the speaker. So first of all, let us introduce about PropNex Shophouse Elites. So first of all, PropNex Shophouse Elites was formed 2 years ago. So in short, for us, our team are very focusing on shophouse, okay, and hospitality. So these are the things that we are focusing on. So over the last 2 years, we have been very active, with together with the whole team, and we are very focusing on, number one, the shophouse sales investment. So very focused on District 1 CBD, District 2, District 7 in Kampong Glam, District 8 in Little India. Okay, so also we are also very well versed in Geylang and also East Coast, Joo Chiat area. So these are the area. Of course, we have some off-market listing that are also in Holland Village. Okay, Holland Village and Serangoon Garden area. Okay, so these are the things that we are very focused on. So in short, every single one of them are very passionate, and every single one of them come together, and we actually join together to build a team together. So in short, one person can only do that much, but in the team, we will be able to really go all out to this marketplace, and to do our best to add value to all Singaporean, okay, especially Singaporean, and also all our co-broker who has been working with us, all the last 2 to 3 years especially. Okay, so these are the things that we have been doing. So so in the photos that we are doing it, all the photos that we have been taking together. We actually have our weekly meetings, and we brainstorm ideas, and we actually select the best so-called best listing, value listing, that we come together, and we actually use that to share with a lot of our investor and also co-broker. So these are the things that we do it weekly, and we also select some of the listing that we think that some of the unit that we can actually add value to the unit. At the same time, we can use that to recommend to all our investors together. So these are the things that we have been doing, over the last 2 years. Okay, so of course this is a photo that we have go for a retreat. We beside doing our best in our focus, which is shophouse, but we also play hard. Okay, we have our retreat last year, and we are going in July, okay, which is our committee are planning our next retreat in July. So that is what we do. So we play hard, we also work very hard. Really. Okay, so next. So over our basically for us, our track record in the team, we have crossed 2 billion. So we have not count, because this 2 billion we are talking about 2 years, maybe 1.5 years ago. Okay, so in today it could be we are almost possible, very high chance we are somewhere about 2.5 B. We have not count yet, but that number is not so much of significant to us, but we just want to continue to focus on this sector, and we will continue to add value to all our investors and every single one who have worked together with our team. Okay, so of course today, okay, very interesting. Okay, next. Today we have very important topics that we are going to share with you, with every single one here. So number one, we are going to go into the impact on the tariff on Singapore real estate. Okay, so that is something that we want to cover. So that is the first topic that we will be covering. The second one will be something that we are going to be very focused, and this is fresh from the oven. Okay, fresh from the oven, and this will be the Q1 2025 shorthouse report. Okay, so that is something that we will be covering later. Okay, our three speakers will be covering. So the third one, we will be going to cover the latest updates on the market. Okay, we are going to cover a bit on the hotel. We're going to cover also on the transaction, especially some of the transaction that has not been caveated yet, that recently we have actually done it. Okay, so this will be the third topic. The fourth one that we are going to be very focused will be on the price gap narrowing. Okay, which is narrow between commercial and residential. That's something that is very interesting. Definitely, every single one here will have a very different perspective on commercial prices versus residential prices. And last but not least, we are going into our hot pick. So hot pick will be something that, we have been doing Facebook Live for the last 2 years. Hot pick is someone that everybody are looking forward to hot pick because these are the listing that we have selected, handpicked by our speaker, and we are going to present later. Okay, so that's all about. So first of all, let me introduce my three dear speaker. Okay, I've been talking for the last 5 minutes maybe. So let me introduce our dear speaker. Number one speaker is Gracelyn Chu. Okay, Gracelyn Chu actually is someone that are very passionate on shop house. Okay, basically, people know about her. People know about her about Dian Wu Xiaomei. Okay, Dian Wu Xiaomei is her nickname. And this is something that is inbuilt into her. And of course, she's very, very focused on secondary settlement, okay, and along Jalan Besar, Little India, and also Geylang. Geylang is some places that she is very, very focused on. Okay, so these are the second settlement. So second speaker will be Tori. So Tori will be someone that are in the luxury market. So basically, all his clients are all the high net worth, family office, and people who work with him, who work with her. Who work with her, generally are high net worth. And these are the things that she actually into it. And all the last decade, basically, she is all into the luxury, and all the clients are all into the, even the GCB market, and also the coming into hotel. Okay, and then later, she has a very interesting so-called listing to share with every single one. So stay tuned. So the last speaker will be Joseph Goh. So Joseph Goh is someone that definitely for him, he's into a lot of very, very private investor who has been working with him for many, many years. So to him, not only the private investor, he's also working very closely with a very, very high net worth Chinese community, okay, Chinese national who are working closely with him also. So that is for Joseph. So let us start discussing about this impact on Singapore real estate market. Okay, so let me introduce Gracelyn to actually start the session with this topic.
Well, I would say is that the impact of the tariff in Singapore has been the hot topic for the past weeks, right? And I think some of them have already made some money at this small window that we also chat about within ourselves, correct or not? And potentially each and every one who have purchased that stock who have actually achieved a cap gain today, right? Agree or not? Our Joseph Kirker, Tory. Yeah, I made a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, well, I would say is that this impact of tariff in Singapore definitely gonna affect the whole global market. But on Singapore itself, being a free trade country and the lowest tariff regime, do you agree or not? 10%. Favorable? Yes or no? Huh? Yes or no? Yes, right. Yeah. So having a minimum tariff on most of the goods, and of course, is almost I would say 10%, and of course, over 90% of our imports enter to Singapore, but they are duty free, supporting our role as a global trading hub. And this is something that we are very blessed. But of course, the one exceptions are we talk about tobacco, alcohol, petroleum, motor vehicles. These are the things that is going to attract higher tariff. But whereas when it comes to economy, the impact, I would say, being a trade dependent economy itself, of course, we rely a lot on the import and export, but this low tariff have maintained our competitivity. This is what I felt. So having said that, of course, given our position with this low tariff 10%, I would say is that attract foreign investment, which is to our benefit, not only to our benefit, but also to the general public, the consumers, keeping our price stable for these imports, and it's going to benefit most of us. And not forgetting the GE is coming, and we have a lot of voucher to spend. Agree? Not a lot lah, but still there's voucher, right? Okay. So apart from that, of course, there's a strategic use of this tariff, by this, I would say the new 秦始皇, whereby this is, I would say it is a revenue kind of generation. I mean, pardon me for my channel, suddenly I go to 秦始皇. Okay. So having mentioned that the tariff is definitely on the so-called the seen goods, which I mentioned earlier, but it's actually a protection to our local industry. Okay, and having said that, whereby I mean, of course, when come to natural resources like agricultural products, then of course, um, is something not in favor to us. But however, when come to environmental and health policy, of course, uh, that will affect our medical devices, medical treatments. The prices is bound to increase and going to be very hefty on uh, us, the citizens. But nevertheless, I'm sure our government will do something to it. Will have a higher subsidy, for the lower income. But for the ultra high net worth, then of course there won't be any what do you call that, the subsidy. That being said, the potential challenges that we're going to to face, and of course, all of us know trade war. It has been the hot topic. And likewise, having said that, given the low tariff policy, I would say that it still support our trade-driven economy. Agree? Wow, it seems like no sound, no picture, or am I going too deep?
No, you are good. You are good. You are
I'm not.
good.
So what
Yeah.
are
I,
your
I'm
thoughts on the real estate market though?
On the real estate market. I would say is that we are attracting a lot of new citizens and foreigners are moving forward to Singapore to set their offices. Given a 10% tariff, that means that they can actually have their office here. That means that import and export here. You see, you get it's like a transit.
Mm. Mm.
Agree? Yeah. Given the stable geopolitics and also the strong currency in the whole Asia, 新加坡就是亚洲之星. In English, we are the star of Asia. Very confident Singaporean.
Yeah, I also think that it might have an
Yes.
impact on logistics as well, which I think one of the
Mm,
banks in the recent forum actually pointed out. So I think maybe when supply
mm,
chain shifts from China into Southeast Asia, it will funnel through more logistics traffic to Singapore. So this will in turn actually have a positive impact on the logistics segment in industrial and logistics segment of the real estate in Singapore as well.
mm. Agree. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a trade war and it's actually a man-made trade war. So there will be sheer uncertainties in the markets. And also, I will still believe in Singapore as a whole because uncertainty also give opportunities. And when there are
Mm,
uncertainties, and this thing is for the whole world, is actually affecting the whole world. And Singapore, actually, we got
mm,
the lowest tariffs of 10%. So I believe based on our based on Singapore resilient to crisis, we have overcome many crises. For instance, the financial crisis, Lehman Brothers crisis, and at the same time we have the COVID. And while even during our COVID, we can see our property prices actually continue to increase, whereas the rest of the world, most of the country actually, the prices actually drop. So based on all these factors, I believe Singapore will continue to grow, and the real
mm,
estate will continue to prosper because funds will be channeled to Singapore, and we have very good policies, government policies, and a lot of other factors that investor, the high net worth, will be looking to park all their money somewhere else because right now it seems to them that the gold is doing well, the stock market is fluctuating, and
mm,
if they want to invest, they also need to find a country that is safe to invest, you know. And for us, many of the our foreign investor actually, beside capital appreciation for a property, the other thing they can look into is our strong Sing dollars. Actually,
Mm.
when they invested, right, the Sing dollars actually support their investment.
mm.
Yep.
And we have proven to be very resilient in every economic crisis,
Yep. Very good.
for sure.
So basically, I think very good point from Joseph, Grislin, and actually Tori. So there's a saying that which today I was meeting someone. This someone was giving me some highlights. which has seen something. He mentioned something to me. Never waste a good crisis. So that is something that I feel he was hinting to me that every crisis there will be an opportunity, and it is truly the true thing. Okay, the true thing that we have seen. Because of this thing, we can see some of the units, okay, that's available on the market that are somehow selling at slightly below the market rate. So that is something that I feel, because of that, if not, property price will keep on continue to move up, and it will just continue to escalate. So because of the crisis, and he mentioned very clear to me, never waste a good crisis. So that is something that he has skinned out. So okay, so we have talked a bit on the impact on the real estate market through tariff. So maybe we want to move on to the next one. Okay, our next topic that we want to cover, and that topic we are talking about is our Q1 Shophouse report. Okay, so these are something that we have highlighted about safe and haven. We're talking about interest rate. Okay, interest rate, maybe we can cover a bit on the interest rate. Okay, interest rate definitely, we have attend some UOB Bank and OCBC that they are very clear to us, and they mentioned that over the next quarter or so on, that the interest rate will definitely which is they will actually cut some interest rate. Okay, so that is something from his point of view. So any other, maybe Tori, you have anything to cover on the interest rate?
I think the interest rates are based on some of the sharings by the chief economist recently from one of the banks. I think the prediction is that there will still be another two decreases in terms of interest rate drops. So with that in mind, I think they are still quite positive that interest rates will continue to remain low, and we'll have two more times of decrease. So I think with that, we can also expect that this will have a very positive impact on the real estate market, because it's really almost a direct correlation between interest rates and property in Singapore, or property at large, right? So I think this is good news for us, that the market will continue to be able to stabilize, and I think we'll be able to ride this through.
Yeah, it's for sure, because even though we're talking about in 2023, 2024, we're talking about the interest rate has actually gone up all the way up to 4% or even 4.5%. The price doesn't mean that the interest rate went up to 4.5%, the price actually came down. So the price are still resilient even at 4% and above. But what about today? Today we are talking about, we haven't even go into any reducing in interest rate yet. We're talking about 2.5% today, and 2.5%. And if the Feds are going to continue to cut the interest rate, definitely it is an opportunity for the investor to actually switch their portfolio into real estate. Because if you put into the bond, you put into any equity, the interest rate are going to be lower. For sure, you put into the real estate, you actually can get higher rental yield, for sure. Okay. So basically, in short, okay, our next topic, this is something that just now I've highlighted. It is fresh from the oven, and this is Q1 2025 Shophouse report. And definitely, our three speaker will have many good insight to share with every single one here. So Christine, you want to start to share about this Shophouse report on the value, and also the volume, and also what are the top transactions, okay, that's happening on Q1 2025.
Well, of course, we can see that in terms of transaction volume has gone down, right? However, the in terms of the quantum itself, it's not that bad. Still, there is still a transactions volume of around close to 20 of them. These are the public data, whereby there are also transactions that has not been caveated, right? So the biggest transaction that took place is still in CBD, right? Okay. I think the slides is hang.
So next slides.
Mm. So given that, right? So just now I mentioned about the transactions volume may have gone down, but however, in terms of quantum wise, it still remain healthy, and that was actually reflected in the this hotel approved use type of shop houses that we will cover later. So over here is an overview. So having said that, right, the 18 shop houses transacted mainly in the CBD Prime District 1, 2, 7, 8, and 50. And in fact, based on the top five transactions that took place in quarter one, the largest still remain CBD remain the top player, which is within the Tolaye conservation, which was done in January, close to 15 million, and then followed by there was an outsider in District 10, which is actually located in Holland Village, was actually located at Lorong Liput. Then, of course, not forgetting our biggest conservation area, Little India, also had one transaction at 7 million, then followed by District 14. The 14 is Geylang. Geylang close to 6 million. And thereafter, in a further part of the eastern region of Singapore, we have this Frankel estate, whereby the transaction was done close to 6 million as well, right? So given that, right, the quarter one 2025 Shophouse report has also reflected that there is a healthy numbers of transactions. On top, importantly, is our team have also transacted, not the highest, but close to 30 million transaction, which is actually comprising of 4 shophouses in a row, located in District 8. Yep. So moving forward, in terms of the rental, perhaps Tori, would you like to share about the monthly rentals based on the quarter itself? How do you feel about the market based on the data reflected on the chart?
Okay, I think we need to move on to the next slide on the rentals. But just to summarize, overall, the last quarter in Q1, the rentals have been fairly measured. All right, overall, we see a quarter-on-quarter decrease in terms of volume and value. There was a slight contraction of about 4% in quarter one. But if you look at the year-on-year comparison, we are still very stable, and it's inched up slightly on a 0.6% based on Q1 2025 year-on-year. So overall, I would say that the rental market, it was a bit slow, but it was measured and still fairly stable. What's interesting to note is across the different districts for the shop house segment, some districts have actually shown quite a distinct rental increase, such as District 15 in the East Coast, Joo Chiat area, and also in District 7, which is like the Jalan Besar area. So in the East Coast area, for example, the percentage of increase for rental increase was quarter on quarter was about 12.2%, right? And in District 7, in the Golden Mile, Jalan Besar area, we're looking at a 6.4% increase quarter on quarter. And I believe Gracelyn might have something interesting to share with us as well for Jalan Besar's rental in quarter one. Maybe you want to share what you've done, what magic you've done.
Yep. No magic. Actually, I would say is that the market, of course, people say that when market is down, transaction go down. Actually, not true for real estate. We have observed that when there's always businesses that open and close. Nothing is permanent. But however, something very interestingly, the transactions have, if you notice, right, the turnover rate of the transactions has gone down. Agree or not? Because now the landlord are more negotiable to allow the existing tenant to stay on, to renew the lease, and the rent revision was not as bad. Unlike during the pandemic, COVID, everybody was struggling. Then when the market reopened, the rental almost double. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So thereafter, now we are actually reverting, having a market correction, moving back to pre-COVID kind of feeling in terms of the market sentiments. That's what I have observed, and there is still a very healthy intake in terms of the new market, the new business model. I mean, frankly speaking, the earth is always moving. The market is always evolving. If we choose to remain stagnant and not moving and not changing with time, business will definitely go sunset, not because that the business is no good, but we are not pacing fast enough with the market.
Yep.
Agree? That's what I observe. And those who are thriving in today's market are people who know how to make full use of AI.
Yeah.
They use social media to do marketing. And this is what happening, even ourselves, our age also keep rolling up, rolling up. Likewise, in terms of marketing, moving our business in today's market, every sector is competitive. No, don't tell me that there's no market that is stagnant like that. So the magic behind is that there are still transactions in terms of rental. We recently have received quite a good number of offer, and we are competing with a good number of upcoming business model whereby the offer to rent is beyond your imagination. It's 5 figure, and the ones that I have done so far is 6 figure. So perhaps those in the commercial real estate leasing who are full time, like myself and our team, I'm sure they also can see that there are volume of the transaction, the volume of inquiries has gone up. Just that the expectations of the owner remain at COVID rate, COVID level.
Yeah.
But for realistic landlords, I think they already have secured a good number of offer.
Actually, I do
Yeah.
agree. Like recently, one of our teammate has recently bring a tenant to see a unit in the town area. So of course, Gracing was talking about in the Jalan Besar area in the Little India. So but even though in CBD recently there's one tenant who are in the F&B but this tenant has many concepts. They are in Korean, they are in Chinese, also in the Chinese food also. So because they have a few concepts, because of the few concepts they have, or they actually like one of the unit in town CBD area, which is in the Telok Ayer Amoy area location. So he liked the location, and in short, he has actually very very keen on that particular unit, and that unit he's renting. The total size of the unit is approximate about maybe close to 4,000 square feet. So it's first floor and second floor, and the offer that he has offered is 45,000. So for the whole unit, he's offering a 45,000 or to that particular unit, which is slightly around 4,000 square feet. So in short, the first basically 4,000, 45,000, we are talking about almost $10 per square, 12 dollars, but including the second floor. So actually the rental is not low. In short, I would say that this type of rental in today's market, and people are talking about F&B are that there's a lot of closure for F&B, but people are expanding. They are expanding into F&B, and they are looking into the prime area, and they are offering not lower at the market rate of $45,000. So they have secured a unit, and this tenant, to be honest, when he secured this unit, he's also looking at another unit. Okay, they are using another concept to actually lease another unit. Okay, somewhere around this location again. So they are going to own two units together. So there's also very strong tenant, if you ask me, that are coming in. So of course we see for sure, Joseph, we will be able to see that there's quite a number of units that are having takeover, correct? Joseph?
Yes, definitely.
People are looking for takeover. So maybe you want to share a bit on the takeover. So
okay, basically the market is still healthy and stable. Of course, there might be a slight slowing of certain business, but I think at the end of the day, I think that we also have all the operators. They need to revamp themselves, import in more new trends, and to attract more consumers' interest. I think that will help, because with a very dynamic world, so everything is constantly on the change. And if they remain stagnant, then definitely the business will be affected. That is for sure. Yeah, but if they continue to innovate, then I believe the success is much higher.
Yep. Thank you.
And I think as long as our government be more open-minded, not so boring.
Yeah.
Because we only left with F&B to go. So the F&B will definitely continue to grow is because it's the only hobby we have.
is to eat,
真的
enjoy
so
没有
there
eating.
are also
没有
there are
吃
also a
的
lot of hybrid concepts that are coming up that is sort of
Yeah.
combining F&B
Yeah.
with retail, F&B with certain experiences. So
Yeah.
I think definitely
Yes.
the authorities should be open to looking at all these new concepts to make Singapore more vibrant.
Yeah. Agree.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Totally.
Okay, so of course, we have covered on the sales price, on the sales volume. Okay, we also cover on the rental transaction. Okay, which is there will be unit, there will be operator who are closure, and there's new operator who come in, not new operator, existing operator opening more outlets. At very prime location, because usually at the upmarket, you want to find a unit at a very prime location, difficult to find. Because of today's market, they are able to secure some very best unit, and they really go all way in. Because you know what I mean. So that is also a change of reaction. People actually come, people leave the place, but because of the opportunity that they see, because if not, they will not be able to secure. So people take over the unit. So what we want to say is these are the market. So, but I think today we are going to cover this. Okay, Christine, Joseph, and Tori. We're going to share with our audience. Okay, 2025 we have already closed Q1. So what about Q2, Q3, and moving forward to end of the year? So what do you think about the market? Maybe can we get Tori to start first? So Tori, you want to start? You want to share your own opinion on what is going to move forward? Towards the end of the year, and on the sales rental, on the sales market, on the sales transaction, and also maybe the rental transaction. Yeah.
Okay, I think in terms of Shophouse, in the Shophouse segment, I think the year will move forward with, I think it should pick up as we move along the year. I think quarter one was a little bit slower. People were waiting and see, trying to see what the first 100 days would be. And then with the tariff war, there's a bit of freeze and wait, immediate knee-jerk reaction. But I think moving forward into the next quarters of the year, I think there's a silver lining for Singapore, right? Because we have some good things going for us. We still have a very strong economic fundamentals, very stable political governance in Singapore. And I think with these, especially in a volatile market, I think Shophouse would, be a very attractive alternative investment asset class, because it is actually something that will hold the value, and it's something that it will actually be able to. It's good for longer term investment, and they can hold and expect a capital appreciation later on. So I think this is a very viable asset class for investors to look at. So I think this would actually be to the advantage of Shophouse segments actually.
Yep, very good point, Tori. Yeah, so definitely what Tori was highlighted about it's a very rare or asset class that this asset class, to me, I will take it as this is the best asset class in Singapore, or which is Shophouse. Of course, we have lender, we have other property types, but to us, Shophouse is the best asset class in Singapore. So let us hear from Joseph, on the market. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, we are actually referring to a few newspaper articles on these hotel and hospitalities, and I mean it's still strong. There's still strong demand in this sector, and we can see that the private wealth funds, institution funds, local ultra high net worth individuals, family office, corporates, they are continuing to invest in this sector. And what makes them invest and what makes them buy the properties? I mean, they have a few cases whereby they say that, they paid the highest price, but they willingly paid for that. And they say that because freehold to them is a rare catch. And there's a lot of future upsides, demands for hotel rooms, potential price appreciations, and other factors will be like the steady increase in tourist arrival, more meetings, more conventions, exhibitions, and even we have concerts like Taylor Swift concerts that the whole world look at Singapore, and come Singapore to attend these concerts. Overwhelming response, and therefore result in this very wide pool of potential buyers for this asset class of the hospitality.
Yeah, good.
And I think we would like to also look at one billionaire individuals that he purchased. He purchased an asset class of this hospitality segment, and to him, he's a billionaire, and he purchased these award-winning hotels, 21 Carpenter, and his reason for purchasing is actually he wants to preserve the history, the culture, and the heritage of Singapore. Which is very unique. For his purchase. And also we have this hotel 1900 in Mall Street, and the purchaser say why he buy, because he see the generational opportunities. That is a very strong words. He looks so far ahead. And also because of this Singapore as a safe haven destination for many foreigners as well, and we are a global gateway, international travel destinations, and sustainable long-term economic fundamentals, and a lot of other factors like political stabilities, the strong Sing dollars, low inflation, high employment, foreign-friendly commercial property, and rentability. For rentability itself, if you look at it, it's like we can almost like rent everything. If let's say the market need us to adjust a little, we can always adjust a little, just like what we did in COVID-19. But everything is still very healthy and sustainable. So I will still believe that there's still a lot of opportunities, for these high net worth and ultra net worth, and also family office, etc., to continue to invest in Singapore.
Yep, very well said, Joseph. Yeah, so in short, of course, hotel sector is something that, just based on Q1 or 2025, we already have quite a mega deal that has transacted, and these are the deals that are not caveated, okay, and this is not reflected in the report for sure, okay, and that is something that which is hotel segment actually is a beginning, or it's a beginning of the market that people start to see the opportunity and actually they grab it, and they are not buying at the low rate for sure, and they are buying at something record price in today's market, okay. So maybe we want to get Gracelyn to come in, okay, to talk a bit on the market outlook for 2025. So Gracelyn, you what is your point for market outlook? Yep.
My take will be seller will be more negotiable, more chances for us. Yeah, and of course, it's right now undeniably is buyer's market. Yeah, so it's like what Mentor Richard have mentioned today. The customer he met already said, "Don't waste the crisis." It's true. Every crisis, there's a small window of opportunity. It's like whether are you in fear or you have the faith that it will evolve and go to greater heights. That's for sure. The two words, only two words: fear or faith. I just yeah.
So
That's the
yeah. Yeah. So basically, that is something that actually trigger me. And for sure, moving forward in 2025, my own opinion will be, which is what Gracelyn just highlighted. Don't waste a crisis. And definitely what she said is definitely true. The window of opportunity are not going to be long, okay, because shophouse segment from 2012 till today, okay, 2012 to 2024, we don't talk about today. The price is only one direction. It has all the way up to today. Okay, because of this uncertainty, that's the reason why we are coming into this opportunity that every single one should actually look into it for sure. Because and definitely if you are looking for something that is everyone who are listening, if you guys are looking for something that you want to capitalize on this coming window opportunity, contact anyone with PropNex Shophouse Elites, any one of them, or call them and invite them for a coffee. Because today, this is a session that, there is still some of the unit that later we will be sharing. And of course, later what we will be sharing will be only a small piece. But there's many other good listing that you can actually contact us, okay, directly. Then that's where we can share with you. Okay, so to me, I would say that, could be the next quarter, which is now, after some of the unit that has moving forward, when all the dust, when we can see some clearer direction, okay. And what Christine has highlighted and Tori has also highlighted, that people will switch their fund from equity into stocks and go into real estate, okay, because stock is so uncertainty. One day you can up 10%, the other day you can up another and can down another 10%. It is so scary. So people will be out of the possible. Some of the high net worth will be shift their fund from equity out into real estate. And real estate is something that which is something that if you talk about real estate, okay, commercial property is something that there is no ABST, okay, there's no seller stamp duty, and foreigners are eligible to buy, and this is something that they will be looking into. So Shophouse is one of the sector that definitely they will be looking into it. So I will foresee that moving forward in 2025, okay, there will be more foreigners come to this market. And there will be not only foreigner, and there's a lot of more locals will also come into this sector, which I already receive a lot of call. It's just that they are not ready yet. They are still looking around. They are trying to explore into this sector. So for us, we are trying our best to educate, as many people as possible, especially the Singaporean. Okay. So later we will share more exciting thing that it will help all Singaporean. Okay. So later we will cover. So just stay tuned again. Stay tuned. So next we will go to the next one. So the next one that we are going to cover something like the narrowing of the price, okay, the narrowing of the price or price gap between commercial and residential. So that is something that myself and Tori and maybe Christine we are talking about it and this is the first time that we have seen residential prices has gone up or very close to commercial now, okay. So let me get Tori to come in and share about this. Okay, Tori, to you.
Yeah. So I think it's very interesting. We are seeing this trend of the price gap narrowing. So let's start with just within the residential segment, right? Within the residential segment, in terms of the different regions, from CCR, RCR to OCR, traditionally the CCR always leads with the in terms of price. In terms of the pricing being the highest, but in the last few years we see OCR and RCR catching up really quickly. So just within the residential segment alone, we see the price gap narrowing between the different regions, between the different locations. So if we will see later on you'll see the trend charts in the next few slides. But so that's one observation that we're seeing. Then if we compare the residential segment with the commercial segment, we are also seeing a very interesting price gap that's narrowing from, for example, a 99-year leasehold new launch, for example, in the OCR at 2004-2005 PSF, and we are seeing, for example, in the CBD area, 99 years Shophouse, for example, is at about 3,000 over square feet, 3,000 over per square foot. So this is actually a very close price in terms of PSF. If you're comparing leasehold to leasehold between the residential and the commercial segments. So that's something that we have never seen before, and I think Richard can also attest to that. In all his years in commercial real estate, he has not seen the price come so close, the gap. Am I right, Richard?
Yeah, for sure. So that's why just now the CIE, one of the land bid at Bayshore. So their bid is at 1388 per square foot per plot ratio. So what does this 1388 per PSF per plot ratio means to you? it means that the future launch in the next 1 year time, they will launch at after their cost and plus a profit that usually they will go for the 15% or maybe the 20%. They will be easily launch that project at Bayshore easily at $2,600 and higher. So that is we are talking about in the outside central region. So what Tori was mentioned, OCR, we're talking about outside central region, means they are not even in the central area. They are already selling at $2,600 per square foot in 1 year's time. And today, if you are looking at CBD, okay, we are talking about Tanjong Pagar, okay? You can actually get a unit at Tanjong Pagar Conservation Shophouse with ground floor F&B, okay? With second floor, a yoga studio. With top floor, a hair salon, beautiful hair salon, a Japanese hair salon, okay, that you can go in and take a haircut. After that, like Oppa one, okay, those type of hair salon. And you're talking about the per square foot for that type of unit, we're talking about 3,000 to 3,200 per square foot. So the price gap, what Tori was highlighted, it has been very, very, very close now. Okay, so that I'm talking about Tanjong Pagar. Talking about 99-year leasehold versus 99-year leasehold. So Tori, you want to highlight a bit on the freehold one in Little India. Yep, Tori, back to you.
So for freehold in Little India, we are seeing freehold prices trending at 2,008 to 3,000 per square foot based on GFA, right? So again, this is a freehold property, a shop house that's open to all. No restriction, no ABSD. You're looking at this price range for a freehold heritage asset, right? And this is something that is a comparable price to your 99 years leasehold, for example, a residential condo that you're looking at in the OCR. So this is, again, if you're comparing something that is freehold versus leasehold, and you're getting much more value if you're going to put the same investment into the freehold shop house, commercial shop house, which gives you good rental return. Importantly, is a much stronger capital gain that you will not get in a condo, right? So I think that's what we're trying to draw your attention at, right? I think there's the kind of price disparity per square foot has come to a point where you can look at what you're investing in the 99 years versus what are your other options in the commercial shop house segments.
Yeah, very good point. So we have various slides like these are the OCR average about 2004 per square foot. So next we have RCR, we have CCR. Yeah, next slide you can actually look at these are the RCR one, okay, per square foot. And the next slide we have one slide that we are comparing the CCR and the OCR one, okay, talking about per square foot. These are RCR and OCR, okay, the price gap. Okay, so next slide. Something interesting that we have actually found, which is okay, this is something is about the prediction of the per square foot, which is these are all very accurate. Okay, it's truly very accurate because they're talking about in 2017. You see, 2017 we talk about RCR. We're talking about RCR. Okay, no OCR. We're talking about outside central region. We're talking about 1,001 to 1,003 per square foot. In 2019 we're talking about 1,004 to 1,008 per square foot. But in 2021, we're talking about 2007 to 2001. That's why what Tori was mentioning is truly very, very real. We have never look at OCR that trending at $2,400 per square foot. And based on the recent land bid, we are going to launch at 2006. Okay, so and this chart was truly accurate because when I see it in 2017, I was wondering whether this chart is accurate or not. But to be honest, when year actually pass, and really we are looking at the residential market price trend has actually go up significantly till today. Yeah, and we are talking about 2025 now. Okay, so this is really something that I really these are the prediction from the experts. Okay, the experts. So next slide. So the next slide, I think the key thing about next slide will be I think Tori, you want to highlight about this one because this one we were talking about the different. Okay, this one is a chart about thing. Oh, there's one more slide before. This one, yes. Okay, Tori, you want to highlight about this one?
Yeah, so in this slide, you can see we're actually looking at a comparison across different asset class, right? From the condo to our landed properties, as well as the shop houses. So if you look at over a 10-year horizon, 10-year price trend, the prices for, in terms of price appreciation, you can see that shop houses actually have grown a lot more in terms of the capital gain. And this chart is showing the land PSF, but the same numbers would actually apply in terms of the price appreciation for the shop house category, where you see the huge capital gain that is actually far stronger than even the landed property in Singapore. So it is the strongest performing asset class in Singapore as far as real estate is concerned, right? So shop house is the winner in terms of all the segments. So
Not we say, the data say. Not we say, the data
So
say.
yeah, so that's over a 10-year price trend. So on the, we also want to point out that, so just now we already discussed, like, for example, new launch prices in District 15 in the East Coast area, looking at about 2,005 per square foot. You're comparing the 99 years OCR versus CBD 99 years. The price gap is so narrow, right? And then versus the District 8 freehold, right? So just now we highlighted that. And in the next chart, next slide, sorry, you will see actually the trend line. That's very clear from a trend perspective. The red line you see at the top, that is the shop house, right? So you see the big gap in terms of the price appreciation. So it's about 500% actually from what we actually last studied before. So that's why this remains a very strong asset class that investors will continue to look at, and is definitely one of the asset classes for wealth preservation.
Yep, very good. So this is something that we want to share, and that is something that our team actually has actually studied, and we realized that the gap between the residential market and the commercial market are very narrow now. So that is to us, this is an opportunity. So whoever has are still stay tuned on live now with us. So connect with any one of them, PropNex Shophouse Elites teammate, to find out, is there any opportunity that you can actually secure now? Okay, call them and invite them for coffee, as I mentioned. Because truly, these are the things that we are looking at it, and definitely it will benefit you. Okay, so just call us. So next, we are going into very exciting one. Our next one, which is definitely there's a lot of people are looking forward, which is the hot pick. Okay, so this hot pick generally, okay, our group basically, this is something that we have picked up, okay, but definitely we are beyond that, okay, our listing for PropNex Shophouse Elites started from how much? I think the lowest one that we have one in Yio Chu Kang was at 3.5 million. Okay, it's a freehold shop house. Okay, 3.5 million, and all the way up to how much, Gracelyn? 100 million. Okay, and above, over 100 million. So, but over so many listings from 3 million to 100 million, we have selected the Mao San Wang to actually share with you guys. And of course, we will not be able to share all. We only pick up a few only. And definitely, we will go into the next one first. Okay, come the next one. The next one, we will invite Tori to share the first listing. Okay, Tori.
Okay, so
to you.
In District 15 in East Coast area, this is a super rare opportunity because typically in District 15 in the Katong area, most of the shop house transactions, a lot of them take place in the Joo Chiat area. Along the main East Coast Road, which is the main Katong stretch, that's more rare to come by in terms of units for sale. So we do have 4 adjoining units, which is super rare, and these 4 owners have decided that they want to sell at the same time, and they can actually sell collectively or we also have the option to sell them individually as well. Yeah. So just a quick summary in terms of the property highlights for these adjoining units. So they're on a main road, freehold. The land size is about 5,000 square feet with a two-story. Most of them are two-story, except for one unit is 2.5 stories. The total GFA is estimated at 9,205 square feet. This is actually sitting on dark blue full commercial zoning with a plot ratio of 3.0. So what does this mean with a plot ratio of 3.0? That means there's potential to add on additional gross floor area by doing a rear extension at the back. Is allowable up to 5 stories. So this is a very good asset for those investors who are keen to enhance the property, to add value. And then you can also do placemaking when there's a row of 4, right? So this is something very exciting for investors who are keen to make a difference along that stretch, to create interesting vibes, right? So one also very important thing about these shop houses, we have 2 units that have permanent approval for nightclub and F&B restaurant. So these 2 usages are very precious and very rare because in some areas, nightclub no longer get new approvals, no more new license issued. F&B, some locations are very hard to get as well because of traffic reasons, etc. So when you see usage like this, it adds to the value of the property. So you can actually get higher rental. It gives you higher rental income with such usage types. So these actually make it very, very precious and very rare, right? So the call price, the sale price is asking 40 million negotiable. And we are happy to do on-site viewings, with any interested parties. So this is a very rare opportunity. So super rare, something for you to invest in, whether you want to pick up 1, 2, or all together. I think this is something that is really worth looking at. And especially in East Coast, just now we mentioned East Coast, you've seen the rentals have also increased in terms of first quarter rental numbers. So East Coast has a very, very good potential with the new mega launches that are coming up. That will mean the increased traffic, increased footfall in the area. So it will be very good for businesses there as well. Yeah, there's lots of future upcoming growth in the area to support businesses there.
Yep, very good. We have East Coast 4 adjoining unit. You can buy 4 in the row, or you want to buy individual. So just contact Tori or any of your any of our PSE members. You can contact them. They will liaise with you. Okay. So next we have another very interesting one. Okay, Joseph. That is in Little India. Okay. So
okay,
Joseph,
yeah, thank you, Richard. As what Richard has mentioned, actually, our portfolio, we have probably maybe more than hundreds of them, and ranging from 3.5 million to 100 millions. And this, the next 2 will be those lower quantum units. And for these particular units is a 2-story conservation shop house, and it's freehold. Land size is also quite decent. And if you look, the GFA itself is about 2,300 square feet. And we can there's room for build up at the plot ratio of 3.0. And we would like to highlight this is exclusive to the locals only. Because we have everything for foreigners, and also the network. We also have things for the locals to buy. And this is conservation as well. And the existing usage for this is F&B and residential. As you can see from the pictures, it's already F&B approved with all the setup of the F&B. And over at this locality, we will be surprised to see Michelin stars outlets and eateries opening up in these locations. And currently it's tenanted units and no GST. No GST. The price is negotiable at 5.78 million. Is definitely negotiable and on a lower quantum. Yeah. So like just now what you mentioned, right? Even the condo itself, we can command like 2,500 per square feet, 99, and this is a freehold, and we are asking like in the range of 2,500 and negotiable some more. So feel free to get in touch with any of our members. Yeah, we have more to share. Yeah. So next. Okay, this also is a very unique one. This one. As you can see, this is inside Pandan Valley is inside a condo development. The shop is a two-story shop unit. It's a two-story shop unit inside this condo development. Actually, we have 2 units in this development for sale. Okay, and one unit is 1830. The other unit is about 1679 square feet. These are all both 2 stories. Basically, we have a separate entrance, no GST, and it's a commercial, no ABSD. I think that is very important for buyers. And I would say that this for buyers who actually look to invest or maybe set up some retirement businesses, or maybe they like to have some hobbies for business, whichever, right? I would say that this is a good investment to look at, and of course, there are also other opportunity for these particular units, whereby in 2018 they are actually en bloc going on, And even if we get en bloc, right, there is still no SSD because this is no ABSD, means that there is no SSD. So, and there are upsides, of course, like as in all en bloc developments, there will be potentials in this, and we have 2 units. One is partial tenanted, the other is full tenanted, and tenants has been there for a long time. Yeah. So sales price range from 4.5 to 4.88 asking price per unit, 2 level, freehold. Okay. And like what we have over here is the en bloc pricing. I think we have put down there in the 2018 for this particular unit. The en bloc pricing is about 5 million and above. Yeah. So that is in 2018 they value this property. And the other one that we have is 4.5 million, and en bloc they actually value around. We are asking 4.2. We are asking 4.2 up. The en bloc is actually like in the range of 4.8. So these are the 2 that we are going to share on the low quantum units and freehold.
Okay, got it. Thanks, bro. Okay, so over my turn here, what I would like to share the hot pick. If today you get a chance to buy a shop house that give you an immediate paper gain of 3 million, is it attractive or not? 3 million on paper, yeah. Okay, because actually we have a valuation, indicative valuation from the licensed valuer that is subjected corner shop house on the main commercial street within the District 8 Jalan Besar, which is one of the 38 corners, and with the visibility, the width itself is around 39.1 meter, and it actually have been a micropile deep underground more than 30 meter. That means to say that the vendor have actually reconstructed the whole shop house, and even the upper floor, right, from timber flooring can be converted to a concrete, so you have less worry about other defects. And that being said, it already obtained a TOP. Just now we have actually talked about the topics about demand. For this subtracted property, we did receive a very good offer, 5-figure, which crossed 30,000 per month. All right. For this property, first story, F&B. A portion of the second story, which is 71 square meter, is approved for F&B as well. So at the back of the shop house of second story and the attic can be used either for office or residential, which can be which can value add to the F&B tenant in the event they are operating 24 hours. Meaning to say the service staff, right, they can just stay on the upper floor. And less one worry on the cost on accommodation, less one cost on the time of traveling back home, just in case your staff is residing in the west and this is in central. And importantly, it is well connected seamlessly with 2 MRT line, which is the downtown line, the northeast line. Importantly, there's a parking facility. Once you actually reach the property itself, you turn right, you can actually park by the street. You turn left, there's a multi-story car park. Importantly, like I said, paper gain. Today you buy, you have a paper gain of few millions. Attractive or not? Would you be able to get this during normal time when there's no tariff? This is the catch. All right. So having said that, call me and I'll tell you more about this street because recently I just transacted a row of 4 shop houses and I'll tell you whether is it a good deal, good buy, undervalued or super cheap. That's what I stated in the ad. Super cheap. I get consent from the vendor to state super cheap. Okay, because a lot of time the customer will say, what's the definition of being cheap? Do you mean that 20 million is cheap to you? No, it's not. We based on the price per square foot done on the same street. It's really cheap. Call us, I will tell you more. And next, well, for the price, right? You're gonna call me, then I will let you all know. 我先卖个关子. Right. So the next hot take, likewise, only in today's market, the window is so small. This shop house actually gave us another a million paper gain. It's already, I have announced to all the co-brokers and all the direct customers, and they are already reviewing this property. And this is sitting on a freehold land. And importantly is that likewise, if you notice the shop houses that we market, they always have a parking facility and targeted at mass mid-market, and also we have upscale type. And in this area for District 8, the catchment is more to local, and likewise, seated within District 8, we also is very close to Little India, which is a very hot tourism spot. And likewise, we are just how far away from the Civic and Bugis vicinity? It's only just one cross junction, very near, which is only about 500-meter walk, right? And for this subjective property, right, as what I mentioned, $1 million paper gain. So to find out more, call us as well. 让我卖个关子，不然你不打给我，我也不跟你讲。哈 All right. So
Okay.
你 must be，哎呀，这个店屋小妹哈，我是小妹吗？我前几天2 days ago I'm still a granddaughter of a customer, the buyer age 96, okay. Yeah, okay. Over to you,
Yeah,
to
okay.
Tori.
So we have covered shop houses. I think Joseph covered also strata retail, and because although we are shop house specialists, we also deal with different commercial assets, including hotels as well. So this one in District 1, CBD Upper Circular Road. This is an interesting commercial building that we feel is a very good opportunity. Is up on the market right now. It has a combination of tenure of 999 years and 99 years. 6-story full commercial building with a land size of 2,300 over square feet and a built-up area of 9,600 over square feet. So with a plot ratio of 4.2 as well. Now this is actually a fairly new built commercial building. So the great thing about it is the ground floor is approved for restaurant with ancillary ORA. So we all know that with the extra ORA space, that's very valuable because not all F&B approved spaces are able to have ORA. So this is a big bonus for the ground floor unit. Upper floors are tenanted to for offices. So we are looking at a fully tenanted commercial building with a very good annual rental of more than 500,000, 652,000 plus, right, for total rental. Asking price is 36 million. With some room for negotiation. Yeah, but 36 million is the call price. So I think this is a very good opportunity if you want to pick up something that is done up. You don't have to do any extra work. It comes ready with full tenancy. So you just collect rental and wait for the price to appreciate in terms of capital gain. So this will be a very good opportunity as well for those who are looking to invest in commercial assets.
Okay, thank you so much, Belinda, Gracelyn and Joseph. So next we are going to cover, we have our hot pick. Okay, we have all our market updates, and next one will be something that I will want to actually share with you. Next slides, it will be our masterclass. Okay, so whoever will be in the okay, this is a masterclass. This is our batch 4. Okay, so we have already did last 3 batch of masterclass, so that this is our 4th batch, and it will be coming on May 24th. So this masterclass is the objective of this masterclass is to actually educate a consumer. Okay, when you actually buy into a shop house, what are the things that you will need to take note, and what are the important factors that we have actually come up with our own checklist, or to go through all the checklists to make sure that you actually buy at the which is you are actually buy into the right unit that your requirement is, and what are the necessary change of view and enhancement that you can actually do to this particular shop house. So basically, this is all about that, and we also include the entry price. So what are the entry price when you actually enter a shop house? What are the entry price that you are looking at? Whether is it fair price to you or not? Because if not, today market, if you want to buy a shop house in today's market without any knowledge into it, when you give you the full detail, you will not be able to understand. So because of this masterclass, you will be able to understand that even clearly. So that is something like that. So next, so this will be a one day types of so-called. So one day it will be from 9 a.m. all the way to 4 p.m. Okay, so we will actually do medical retreat to that. So this medical retreat will actually bring you on sites, because we will be learning the theory. Okay, theory into what we need to take note on theory on the first half of the day. The second half of the day, we will actually go out, to the site to actually look at the shop house, and whatever you learn on theory, you're going to apply straight into practical, because we will be seeing a actual shop house, and we will be going around the shop house area to things that we need to take notes. So that is what theory and practical all about. So over the last 3 batch, we have received a lot of testimonial from our client, because they actually enhance it, they actually learn it, and they are more confident to actually enter the market. So this is all about that. So next. So basically this is okay. Then how to sign up? So basically you just call any of our PropNex Shophouse Elites team members. So just tell them that you want to attend. So they will help you to register. They will help you to register on behalf. Okay. So that is simple. Okay. So and this is going to be in May 24th. Okay. Next. So these are the topics that we will be covering just now. I did highlighted. Okay. We need to understand about why buy shop house. Okay. In the asset class, we have a checklist for investor. Okay, we are talking about historic and secondary settlement, how you identify them. Okay, then we are going into the zoning. Okay, we will be teaching you about URA online, URA space online on shop house, how to check. Okay, what to check and how to check, and where to find the info. Okay, then we are talking about the entry price, the price trend, and we are identify hotspot, and the bonus. Bonus is something that every investor will love to attend, which is a shop house field trips. Yep. Okay, next. Yeah, we are coming to the end. So this is something that we want to go through, and of course the last but not least. Okay, our next upcoming event, which is our shop house exhibition. It will be on MBS. Okay, on 17 and 18 of May. Okay, 17 and 18 of May, and it's a 2 full day of session. You can register with any one of us. Okay, just call any of our PropNex Shophouse Elites team members. Say that you want to go for the exhibition, and we will get a ticket for you. Okay, and register with us. So we will actually give you the tickets, and you are invited. You can actually go into the exhibition. Okay, so that is on 17 and 18 of May. Next. Okay, I guess we are coming to end. The last slide will be follow us on social media. Okay, we are on Facebook, we are on IG, and we are also on YouTube. So like our page, and also check it out on our website, PropNexShopHouseElites.com. Okay. So the final we will showcase the four speaker that we will try our best to give you the best information and give you the best knowledge that we can give you, and also the market updates. So is it possible to show our four speaker our okay, just hold on for a while. Yes, here we are. Here we are. Okay, just hold on. Okay, so anyway, we are coming to the end, okay, of the YouTube live. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and of course we have some technical issue here and there, but definitely we definitely want to do our best for every single audience, and of course this is recorded in our YouTube channel. You can always come back and look at us, okay, for sure. So Tori, you have anything to mention to our audience? Yeah.
Well, I hope everyone has enjoyed the session today. I think, of course, today what we're sharing is just an overview, a market recap of Q1. In terms of opportunities for investment, we're only showing you a little bit of giving a bit of taste of what we have, but we have actually a lot of off-market listings, including hotels as well as buildings and shop houses, right? So if you want to find out more, please reach out so that we can share more with you over coffee, and then we can also then take you on a we'll take you through your journey with you after that. Okay?
Thank you, Tori.
Yeah, for deep dive, join our masterclass.
Yes. Joseph.
Yes, thank you, Richard, and also our both team members, Tori and Gracelyn. And of course, I would say that we are happy to share all the information, but we have a lot of more off-market listing there because the seller want to keep this listing private. But of course, they would like to sell, but they don't like to overexpose these listings. So we have like rows of shop houses, or even we have KTVs, So these are actually, some of them are actually very rare, so they don't want to expose to the market. So, and even some hotels. So I mean, of course, we hope our audience like what we share and come back to us on what they like or what they requires, and we will try our best to fulfill on the win-win situations and win-win, everybody win-win. I think that is good rather than the like the trade war going on, like a win-loss style situations. Yeah, and also like Richard, a masterclass, as what we can see from recent River Valley type of shop house fire and things like that. So I mean, we hope our investor, our landlord, our tenants, they also have some ideas on this type of regulation to follow rather than to suffer later on. So I mean that's what I have for all our audience.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with both Tori and Joseph. And in my stand, I personally think that there are still a lot of potential in shop houses. Because this afternoon I met with a customer together with one more colleague, and the customer said, why the seller so secretive about their listing? Why cannot expose? Why cannot send over? Must meet in person then present. Yes, there are two types of customer. There are one type of seller who want maximum exposure. You will track your listing whether if they are on all social media platforms. There's another type that check on you and make sure that it's not on any of the platform and not blast blindly to any customer. They will prefer us to qualify whether if the buyer is ready, financially able, and are they willing. No ego play, numbers, all about numbers. But of course, there's another type of emotional buyer. It's about like or they hate the shop house totally. They will tell you, what, ask me to buy old dress. But to me, it's not old dress. It's something that I can transform like transformer. Yeah, these are the different type of customer that we meet, right? Sorry,
So anyway, every investor has his own criteria and requirement for sure. So maybe I just want to sum up the whole our first YouTube live. Okay, so I think the keyword for today, what we are going to share today, and from the start, Okay, from the start, talking about tariff, and we go into the market updates. Okay, we go into the price gap. Okay, the narrowing gap. Then we go into the topic. And I think the final words that I want to give every single one of you who and which we appreciate it, you follow through us till today, till now, okay, and we are going to end soon. Then the last thing that we're going to share is never waste a good crisis. Okay, so really, every single one of them, okay, I will say that this window of opportunity are not going to be long. Okay, call any one of us, okay, PropNex Shophouse Elites team members, connect with them, or invite them for coffee, and we will share with you guys. Okay, so then, shall we say a good night to everybody? It is 10 o'clock now. Yeah,
Thank you and good night.
thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah.
Yeah, remember now is negotiable.
Yes,
After that,
yes.
non-negotiable. We
Thank
don't
you,
care.
everyone. Thank you.
Okay, good night.